The year is officially 1990, but on today's episode of the 40-Year Sim, we're going to be checking out Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and the Showtime Lakers, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and the Celtics, teams we usually associate with the 80s. Maybe they have one last shot at a championship, or how about in our sim, the 80s Dallas Mavericks? Maybe they have a chance to win another ring. But we're also going to be looking at the defending champion Portland Trailblazers with Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler. And we'll be checking out the Bad Boys Pistons with Alex English being the newest addition to the team, and Rick Mahorn dunking on fools. Yeah. We're going to check all those teams out in this episode, but first we'll check out the standings. New York Knicks are currently in first place. Pistons, Bulls, Sixers, Hawks, Celtics, and Bullets are all way above 500 and are pretty much locked into the playoff spots at this point in the season. It's January 1st. Indiana Pacers, Cavaliers, Pacers, Nets, Bucks, all vying for the 8th spot, but for now, the Cavaliers have it. And you got the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat way at the bottom of the East, as you'd expect, because they are both expansion teams. In the West, things are looking quite tight here. Blazers, Lakers, and Mavericks are all vying for the 1 spot. And then you got the Suns, Clippers, Kings, Jazz, Nuggets, Supersonics, Spurs, Rockets, all trying to get playoff spots. Maybe the Warriors too, but they look kind of out of it. 9 games into 500. Then of course the Hornets and Wolves are both expansion teams and are playing quite poorly, as you would expect them to. So that is where we're at. It's now January 2nd, 1990, and we're going to be checking out the Bad Boys Pistons and the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers managed to get Adrian Dantley, but here's Andrew Toney with a layup there, making it 92-80 the score. Roy Hinton is going to get a basket there, and now it's a 14-point game. Let's see if the Pistons have any magic in them. Can they mount a comeback of some sort? Alex English, the man they traded for in the offseason, makes the bucket there. Andrew Toney fires back with a mid-ranger of his own. Ron Harper, who they drafted back in '86, I think, misses that shot, but the putback is in. 10-point game. Sam Bowie misses. Bill Laimbeer with the rebound. And here's Isaiah Thomas getting double teamed, it looked like. Passes it to Bill Laimbeer, who makes the shot. Roy Hinton to Adrian Dantley. Here he is, throwing it to Roy Hinton for the alley-oop. And here's a steal by Nate McMillan, his first year as a starter for the Sixers at point guard. And he's passed it to Andrew Toney, who makes the layup. And this wasn't a good game for the Pistons. The Sixers, with Adrian Dantley, decided they won this. 35 points for Dantley. He faces his former team, and clearly he had something to prove tonight, because he dropped 35 of them things on the Pistons' asses. So, yeah, look at his scoring averages, way up. This is his best season in years. I mean, even at Utah, he wasn't putting up 26.7. He had a 26.3 points per game in the '86 season for Utah, but he is having his best season at age 33, which is quite the sight to see. Meanwhile, Alex English is playing just fine for the Pistons. The Pistons, they know that Alex English can score. I mean, they know that Adrian Dantley could do what he does, but they brought in Alex English because he plays better defense, and his game, I think, might fit better with what the Pistons are trying to do on offense. So we'll monitor Dantley and English as we go on further into the season. But now let's check out Celtics versus Cavaliers. Reggie Miller with a 3-pointer there, 94-88, 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. Dennis Johnson makes that layup to make it an 8-point game. Here's Kevin Duckworth with a one-handed shot. I guess that's just how he shoots the ball. Very, very unorthodox. Larry Bird to Sarunas Marciulionis, the offseason acquisition that they got. He is their starting shooting guard. Here's a missed shot by John Long. And the Celtics in, I wouldn't say transition, but they do have the ball now. Larry Bird in the post, getting double teamed. Passes out to Dennis Johnson, who pulls up for the J, drains it. This game is over. Let's see what the final score ends up being. Cavs can't close in on the Celtics lead. 110-100 is the score. 35 points for Reggie Miller, but not much production from anybody else. Kevin McHale and Marciulionis at 20. Bird and Johnson at 18 and 14. And Marciulionis is looking pretty good for the Celtics. Looking pretty good so far. He was part of a trade during the offseason that brought Danny Ainge to the Suns and Marciulionis to the Celtics. And the Celtics also got a couple of first-round picks to go along with trading Danny Ainge. So, like, they're not missing Ainge all that much, and they're winning games. So, I think they're doing just fine without him. Meanwhile, the Bulls, they got MJ, as you know. Let's check out a classic matchup here between the Bulls and the Celtics. Larry Bird misses that shot. Kevin McHale puts it in after getting the offensive rebound. Pinckney handling the ball. He passes it to Pippen, who makes that shot. 88-85, we are at the Boston Garden. Here's a made shot there by Bird. Michael Jordan can't make that three. And the Celtics are on the run. Larry Bird misses, gets his own rebound, then gets fouled. Let's see if Larry Bird can sink these from the charity stripe. He makes one. Okay, so he was 1 for 2. 89-88. Bird to Parrish. The old man makes the bucket. Let's check out a replay of him making that shot from a different angle. 91-88. Larry Bird pulls up at the high post. Misses the shot. Rebound Bulls. Scottie Pippen to John Paxson. Can't get the bucket to fall, but Bill Cartwright corrects his mistake. He gets the putback. 91-90. Here's MJ. He's been quiet. He misses that shot. Larry Bird with the rebound. Less than 5 minutes left to go in the game. And Sarunas Marciulionis is going to get the layup. 93-90 is the score. Scottie Pippen pulling up for the mid-ranger. Makes the shot. 93-92. Kevin McHale turns around, makes that basket in the paint. Scottie Pippen against Larry Bird. Quite the matchup. Larry Bird wins that round, gets the rebound after that missed shot by Pippen. Here is Larry Bird taking it all the way across the court, making that shot. 97-92. Scottie Pippen at the wing, passing it to Michael Jordan, who gets it to Bill Cartwright. Gets the dunk. Kevin McHale dishes it to Bird. Makes the shot off the low post. And here's Sarunas Marciulionis missing the shot off glass. Rebound Bulls. 5-point game. We're almost at the 1 minute mark. The Bulls need to do something here. Do they have any magic in them? Or are the Celtics just too much for them? Michael Jordan, awkward shot. Can't get that to fall. I mean, he's MJ, but I don't know anyone who could make that shot. Maybe Larry Bird. Maybe Larry Bird, and that's about it. Foul there. Seemed intentional. Or maybe. And it looks like double teaming Larry Bird. Ooh, wide open was Darwin Cook, but he passed it to Robert Parrish. Are you guys gonna foul? What's the plan here? Robert Parrish makes that jumper. Maybe that's not what the Bulls wanted to have happen. They end up losing 101-94. Eddie Johnson with 17. Michael Jordan with only 15 points, 7 for 20 from the field. That is not something that he can't do stuff like that. He needs to score more against the Celtics. If they want to win, he needs to score like 35, not 15. What the hell are they doing? That is highly suspect. He was minus 17 for the game too, so an overall lousy performance by MJ, if I may say so myself. Scottie Pippen had 14. Craig Hodges with 10. Ed Pinckney with 10. John Paxson with 8 and 12 rebounds. Let's check out the defending champions, the Portland Trailblazers. 102-101 is the score. 6 minutes left to go in the game. Terry Porter makes that shot. Makes the jumper, 104-101. Here comes Mark Price. Can't get that to fall. Tim McCormick with the rebound. Blazers. Clyde Drexler pulls up for the J. 5-point game. We're about the 5-minute mark. John Long hailing the ball. He's got Kiki Vandeweghe guarding him. John Long says, sorry, Kiki. Makes a shot. I couldn't think of what John Long would actually say in that moment. And Terry Porter misses that shot. If I say, like, for example, Larry Nance says, basket. Like, I got to do that. You know what I mean? Check out this replay. Larry Nance took the ball. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move on. Buck Williams passing it to Clyde Drexler. Makes the shot. 108-105. Last 3 minutes up to go in the game. Mark Price misses. Rebound. Mason. He drains it. Really nice, Anthony Mason. Clyde Drexler passing it to Terry Porter. Makes the three. 111-107 now is the score. We're at the 2-minute mark, and here comes John Long driving and thriving. 2-point game. Blazers still with the lead. Drexler misses. Nance gets the rebound. And the Cavs look to capitalize. John Long dunks the ball. Tie game, and not anymore. 113-111. Tim McCormick makes it a 4-point game. We're at the 1-minute mark. Mark Price at the top of the key passes to John Long. Why are we seeing so much John Long? Where's Reggie Miller? Alley-oop there for Larry Nance. He gets the ball in there. And Tim McCormick gets the ball in the low post. Turns around, misses the shot. Kevin Duckworth with the rebound. 33 seconds left to go. The Cleveland Cavaliers got to make something happen. They gotta. Mark Price up against Terry Porter. He passes to John Long. Now Anthony Mason handles the ball. This is not a great offensive possession, folks. Mark Price drains it. He showed me. Kiki Vandeweghe, top of the key. He's gonna miss that shot, and we are gonna go likely to overtime. Yeah, okay. Not Larry Nance. Clyde Drexler passing it to Terry Porter. Misses the jump shot. Am I seeing Reggie Miller there? Now he's in the game. Good Lord. Anthony Mason makes that shot. So the Cavaliers decided to sit out their best player until overtime. Got it. That makes sense. Buck Williams with the dunk right there. 119-117. Mark Price misses the three. Buck Williams with the rebound. Blazers in transition. Tim McCormick with the dunk. Mark Price way in the corner there. He dribbles out of it. Attempts a crazy jump shot. Misses. And now here come the Blazers. Clyde to Porter. That basket is in. 123-119 now. Just over a minute left to go in the game. Clyde Drexler, as the shot clock expires, he misses, but Buck Williams with the dunk, with the jam. 129-123 is the final score. The Blazers beat the Cavs in Cleveland. Drexler with 33 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. You know, his scoring numbers aren't really climbing that high. At this point in his career, I think in real life he was averaging like 25, 26 a game. So, I mean, his scoring percentages are fantastic. It'd be nice if he scored more often, right? I think the Blazers would appreciate that. So, I don't know. It's quite curious, if you ask me. But, yeah, a nice win for the Blazers there. Terry Porter had 13 assists, by the way. Kiki Vandeweghe had 9. Some great passing all around by the Blazers. Dino Raja ain't doing much, but he exists in this game. He's a Blazer. Maybe the future starting center of the Blazers one day if he keeps developing. Here are the Pistons versus the Jazz. Bill Laimbeer misses, but Rahman with the reverse dunk. Bill Laimbeer now misses. Sam Vincent with the rebound. Sam Vincent? Oh, Jay Vincent, right? Let me just say Vincent. And here's Watley with the basket. 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. A missed free throw there by Ron Harper is going to lead to the Jazz being in transition, and Grandison with the dunk. We're seeing this. We're seeing the second unit out here. Second unit coming through for the Jazz, big time. Chuck Person misses. Here's Grandison with the hustle and the bustle to get that putback. I've never heard of Grandison before this game. Bill Laimbeer makes that dunk. Seriously, I googled Grandison. He was real. He didn't really do much in the league, but he's doing much for the Jazz right now. As Dennis Rodman gets that dunk, 97-95. Pistons with the lead. Tom Chambers all alone makes that basket. What was Dennis Rodman doing? Now we got Isaiah Thomas handling the ball. Screen set up by Dennis Rodman leads to a jump shot made by Thomas. Now Alex English gets in on the action, or doesn't, I should say. Misses the shot. Rebound Jazz. Michael Adams draws the foul. Gets to the line. Can he tie this game up for the Jazz? Makes the first free throw. And the second free throw coming up real soon. He is going to make it. Less than a minute left to go in the game. Isaiah Thomas misses the shot. Eaton with the rebound. The Jazz on the run. Darrell Griffith misses the shot. Now the Pistons have a chance to take the lead with half a minute left to go in the game. Isaiah Thomas, can he win one in the Palace? Make these fans happy. Can't get that shot to fall. Now the Jazz, can they take the lead at the Palace? Make these fans unhappy. The opposite of what I said about Isaiah Thomas. Let's see here. Shot clock is winding down. You got to make a decision. You got to do something with Michael Adams. And he misses. Great. So we're going overtime. Great. Ah, you son of a bitch. All right, so here we go. Alex English passing it to Rick Mahorn for the dunk. 101-99. Ron Harper with the layup. It's a 4-point game. Michael Adams gets a screen. Throws it to the wrong guy. Wrong white guy. And here's Isaiah Thomas passing it to Alex English, who makes the baseline jumper. 6-point game. Michael Adams misses the three, and it feels like the Jazz have ran out of music to make it nice and punny. Oh, God. I still have a whole half hour left, so maybe I should, not sound dumb. Isaiah Thomas makes one free throw, misses another. And here comes Thomas Chambers to Person, to Watley, to Eaton. Misses the basket. Bill Laimbeer with the rebound. Oh, brother. Looks like the Pistons are going to put this one away in overtime. Bill Laimbeer dribbles. Isaiah Thomas now with the ball. He's got Mark Eaton on him, and he makes the shot. 108-99. The final score would end up being 110-101. The Pistons win in overtime. It took an overtime period to do it, but they did it convincingly. So good on them. And yeah, Dennis Rodman had a great performance. Isaiah Thomas as well. Alex English, 23 and 17 for Bill Laimbeer. Isaiah Thomas with 21. Alex English with 12. Dennis Rodman with 10 points and 9 rebounds. I'm looking forward to when Dennis Rodman has like 18 rebounds a game. Like, Do I have to? How do I make that happen? Right? Like, how do we make that happen in 2K? I hope it. I hope I don't have to do anything. You know, don't give me work, 2K. Just make Rodman average those rebounds. You know, don't make me do it. Yeah. So that is that game. And I think we're going to move on to what? We're going to check out the standings. Mavericks, Lakers, and Blazers are 1, 2, 3. The Clippers at 21 and 16 have the 4 spot at this point. The Suns are 18 and 18. The Supersonics, 17 and 18. You got the Knicks still at the 1 seed in the East. But we'll check out the standings in more detail, more length later on. Let's move on to Boston versus Philly. We saw Philly earlier. We saw Boston earlier. No, we haven't seen them face each other in a while. Nate McMillan makes that layup. 85-82. We are at the Spectrum. Lady Bird? Lady Bird. Larry Bird makes the shot against Adrian Dantley. Lady Bird, what the hell? Adrian Dantley is going to sink that basket. Now here's Darwin Cook. Nice drive, but that didn't go anywhere. Neither did that shot by Robert Parrish. Philadelphia gets the rebound. Andrew Toney passing it to Roy Henson for the layup. Some sweet, nifty moves. Now here's Kevin McHale missing, then dunking the ball. 89-86. Minute left. Larry Bird. With Dantley playing some nice defense on him. Larry Bird misses the long two, but McHale dunks again. 89-88. Nate, the Great, passes it to Toney, who gets blocked but draws the foul. Toney at the charity stripe makes the first one and misses the second one. 90-88. The Celtics have a chance here. Darwin Cook. We're seeing more of Darwin Cook than Dennis Johnson in this game, which is quite interesting. Larry Bird receives the pass from Cook. Misses the shot. Oof. I feel like that's a shot that he would have made in his sleep back in the 80s, but now it's 1990. So times are changing, I guess. Sam Perkins at the free throw line. Can he make this a 4-point game? He cannot. They can't make their free throws. This game is not over. Larry Bird sinks the jumper, 91-90. So here we go again. Probably an intentional foul. Oh my God! Dennis Johnson with the steal. He passes it to, what happened? I don't know what happened. Foul, I guess. Foul. Celtics out the ball. Dennis Johnson passes it to Parrish. Marshallonis to Bird. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Bird for the game winner. Can't get it to fall. I feel like they could have drew up a better play than that. I don't know. But the Sixers hold on to win. Man. Dantley with 20. Toney with 13 and 10. Larry Bird with 18. McHale with 14 points. 18 rebounds. My back is hurting. Mario Ellie had 12 points from 5 shots off the bench. So some nice bench work for Mario Ellie. He's been bounced around the league. If you've been following the sim, Mario Ellie's been around, and now it looks like he finally has his place on the Celtics bench, which is nice to see. Cavaliers versus the Showtime Lakers. Finally seen the Lakers. And here's a layup there for the Cavs. 97-93. We're at the Forum. Mark Price misses that shot. Larry Nance gets the dunk. 2-point game. Magic Johnson to James. We're not worthy. Makes that baseline jumper. What are the dumb nicknames can I come up with? Here's Anthony Freemason missing the dunk. Magic Johnson handling the ball, dribbling. Makes that shot. 101-95. Mark, the price is right. To Anthony Mason. I already did a pun off his name. I won't do it again. Stolen pass. I should be more worried about what's going on screen than making the puns. But, hey, what do you want from me? Magic Johnson. Oh, decides to pass at the last minute. And I think that's AC Green making that shot. AC Green is number 2. And Joe Barry Carroll is 45. I changed that maybe after this game, because that really confused me. Joe Barry Carroll makes that shot, or dunk, I should say. 108-98 final score. Magic Johnson with 28, 9, and 7. That's just a regular average day for him, because he's that damn good. Larry Nance at 24 points. And do I do it here? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So last few seasons, AC Green was 45. Then Joe Barry Carroll signs to the Lakers. Then he becomes 45, and AC Green became 2. That's confusing for me. So I decided to go ahead and change their numbers. AC Green goes back to being 45, and Joe Barry Carroll gets 11, a number that he wore sometimes in his career. So that has been all sorted out. Mavericks right now are pulling away with the 1 seed. Blazers and Lakers not too far behind. The Clippers still look sitting pretty sweet at the 4 spot. Jazz, Sonics, Spurs, Kings, Suns are all mixed up together there. It's really interesting to see how close knit the West is after the Clippers. And let's check out possibly the Blazers versus the Jazz. Blazers came out to a good lead, and the Jazz started to close up on it. And now they have the lead, 92-91 as the score. Let's check it out. Chuck Person of interest, passes it to Michael Adams. Makes the shot. 94-91. Michael Adams with the 3. Can't make it. We haven't really seen many made threes in this game. In this video, I should say. Clyde Drexler makes that dunk. Not the best way to say that. Clyde Drexler again. Misses this time. Mel Turpin with the rebound. Oh, stolen pass! Kellogg can't get it to go, but Buck Williams gets the put back. Michael Adams now. Passing it to Tom Chambers, who gets it to Chuck Person. There's a made 3. 97-95. Now there's a minute left. Daryl Griffith to Michael Adams. Misses the jumper. Blazers have a chance to tie the game or better. Drexler makes that shot. 97 all. Adams family. Values. Didn't come out yet. Makes that shot. Adams Family 1, I think, came out in 91. So, but it's in production. Clyde Drexler. What the hell am I talking about? Handles the ball. Kiki Vandeweghe. Passes it to Terry Porter. Any Adams Family fans out there? Good movie. The one from the 90s. Both those movies from the 90s are pretty fun. Kiki! What the hell was that, kid? Come on, kid. Missed that shot. Daryl Griffith, though, is going to make 1 free throw, miss 1, giving the Blazers hope, which can be dangerous. Terry Porter can't make the 3. No one can make game-tying or game-winning shots in this video. Be great for content if they did, but I don't control the CPU. The CPU controls me. Clyde Drexler with 26, Michael Adams with 22. And that is the game. 102-97. The Jazz win. They beat the defending champions. And the Suns, the Phoenix Suns, have lost 8 in a row. 8 or 6 in a row? I think it was 6 in a row. 8 or 6? Well, 8 or 6, it's not good. The Warriors are 13-22. The Heat, of course, suck hard, as you would expect, because they're an expansion team. The Knicks are still holding on to that 1 seed in the East, but let's check out the Mavericks versus the Kings. The Kings are struggling. They're 17-19. The Mavericks are at the 1 spot right now. It's January 16th. We're getting to the All-Star break soon enough, which will be the next video, by the way, All-Star break video. And let's check this out. Kings versus Mavericks. 91-87 is the score. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Arvydas Sabonis. There's no way to pun his name. Arvydas with the layup. 93-87. Brad Davis passes it to Mark Aguirre. Misses the shot, which is unusual because he usually makes those. Alvin Robertson handling the ball now. He's got Barkley on him. And here's KJ Johnson sinking the jumper. 8-point game. The Mavericks are in a little bit of trouble. Mark Aguirre passes to Joe Dumars for 3. Nails it. Now we're seeing some made threes. Dumars makes that one. Arvydas Sabonis pulls up for the J. That's a sweet stroke that he has there. Now here's Joe Dumars with the layup. Check out the replay. You saw this in the beginning of the video. Now you're seeing it again. Dumars looking good. Looking damn good. Brad Davis. I don't know why he's on the court, but he is. Passing it to Aguirre. Gets to Moses Malone for the dunk. 2:45 left to go in the game. Arvydas to KJ. Shoot that, you wimp. He won't. He gets the screen. Makes the long 2. He's not a wimp. He's a well, we don't have to get into Kevin Johnson. Moses Malone with the dunk. 99-96. Don't go. I'll just shut up. Arvydas Sabonis makes that layup. 101-96. Maybe I'll make my point later. Arvydas Sabonis misses that shot. All right. There are a lot of NBA players back in the day. This is my point. Some of them may have been unsavory characters in their real lives, and I'll just try to shut up about it in general because why talk about it? Moving on. 44 seconds left to go in the game. Reggie Williams handling the ball. Passes to KJ, who dribbles on the wing. Back to Reggie. Arvydas now handling the ball. 30 seconds left to go. Got to make a decision. He's going to make the jump shot. Arvydas Sabonis looking mighty good. 26 points, 12 rebounds for the Lithuanian, right? He's Lithuanian, right? That's. I hope I didn't screw that up. I hope he's Lithuanian because I just said he. Oh, there it is. From Lithuania. Nice. I'm not a complete jackass. His numbers have gone down a little bit in the season, but he looked good tonight, so hopefully that means he's turning a corner. Joe Dumars at 20-10, and that is that game. So let's check out, what are we going to check out here? League leaders, team stats. Oh, yeah. Mavericks are leading the league in points. The Hornets are giving up the most points in the league. I almost never show this stuff. But it's interesting. The Suns, yeah, I was trying to figure out why the Suns are so bad. Their defense sucks. So that answers that. Moving on to the Lakers versus the Seattle Supersonics, and Magic Johnson makes this layup. Looking pretty sweet. We're at the Forum. James Worthy to Magic. Gets blocked by Sean Kemp. The man, the myth, the legend. The reason why we now jump into Sonics games, because I love Sean Kemp. And there's a jump shot there for the Lakers. And here's Rick Smits with the fadeaway. That is golden. James Worthy now. Passing it to AC Green, who gets it to Byron Scott. Joe Barry Carroll sets the screen. Scott makes the shot. 109-102. Michael Williams to Rick Smits. Makes the shot right there. Draws the foul. Rick Smits at the free throw line. Gets the shot to fall. 109-105. This is a mighty nice looking team here, the Sonics. There's a stolen pass, though. Magic Johnson running the floor. He is going to throw up a wild shot, miss, and that was not great. But here's a stolen ball. AC Green with the dunk. I'm tripping over my words here. Here's another steal. Oh, the Sonics were looking great, and they're looking not great at all now. Magic Johnson, get that shit out of here, Sean Kemp says. But I think he drew the foul, which sucks because that was a pretty awesome block, if you ask me. Magic Johnson makes the first free throw, makes the second one, and I think it's safe to say this game is over. 115-107 is the final score. And I haven't really, I need a good thumbnail for this video. And have I looked at any screenshots, potentially replays? I don't think I have. I might just use that thumbnail because I don't think I have any other options. This sucks. Yeah. Oh, that one's pretty nice. How many times have I used Magic Johnson, though, as a thumbnail? Right? But you know what? How many more years does he have left in the league? I don't know. Does he have HIV? I don't. See, I gotta shut up. Why do I say things like that? I just gotta shut up about that. But no, the cool thing about Magic, though, a good point that I'm kind of making, is that he's gonna be in the league for many years because he's not gonna retire because of HIV. That's pretty cool. Blazers, Nuggets. LaSalle Thompson makes that shot. 108-105 is the score. The Nuggets are a surprisingly good team. Mookie Blaylock makes that baseline jumper. Mookie's a big reason why this team is good. Clyde Drexler with the dunk there for the Blazers. I thought this was going to be a rebuilding, developing season for the Nuggets. And there's another basket for them. Terry Porter misses, but Clark Kellogg makes a shot. 112-109. Clyde from the baseline. No good. Intentional foul. This game is over. 113-109. The Nuggets, another win, 26-12 for LaSalle Thompson. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe LaSalle Thompson didn't work out on the Pacers because he needs more touches in the post. And when you have, he was playing with Karl Malone on the Pacers, and I just think that maybe his role didn't fit. You know, maybe those two just didn't fit in the front court together. But it looks like he found a place. He's found his fit in Denver. So that's nice to see. Clyde Drexler also had a good game. And that is that. Let's jump right to Lakers versus New York. 89-83 is the score. We're at the Forum. Less than 5 minutes left to go in the game. AC Green passing to Magic Johnson, who makes the shot. 8-point game now. Patrick Ewing, though, makes the dunk. And here he is again. It's another shot made. 4-point game. Magic Johnson is going to make the baby hook. 93-87. Sleepy Floyd to Patrick Ewing, who makes that shot over Joe Barry Carroll, who's not looking very good against Patrick. And there's AC Green with another shot. 95-89. Patrick Ewing again makes that basket. 4-point game. James Worthy, though, fires back with a basket. 6-point game. Sleepy to Patrick Ewing. You know what I realized as Byron Scott passes it to Joe Barry Carroll for a dunk? Sleepy Floyd and Patrick Ewing were teammates at Georgetown together. As Patrick Ewing misses both of those shots, and there's the foul. When Sleepy Floyd happened to get traded to the Knicks, I wasn't even thinking about that. But it's pretty cool that they were teammates at Georgetown, and now they've been on the same team in New York for a couple of seasons. So that's pretty neat. I didn't realize that, but now that I do, that's kind of cool. And that's another nice shot. Now I'm starting to, I think when I was capturing, I started to realize I didn't have any potential thumbnails for my video. So, and yeah, listen, if there's that's a good one. That might be the thumbnail. I think that's a good one. Look, this is the easiest way for me to get a thumbnail for my video. It's the easiest way. So all I gotta do is upload the video to YouTube, screenshot the image, and then touch it up on Photoshop a little bit, and then voila. But that's the little insight into my process. As we move on to the Hawks versus the Celtics, tied at 104. Kevin Willis makes that shot. 106-104. Dominique with the basket there. Willis to Mark Jackson. That's a made shot. 6-point lead. Just like that. 7-point lead now. Larry Bird up against Dominique. Misses the shot. Gets his rebound. Gets his own rebound. And Gets the basket to fall and draws the foul. 3-point play. 1-1 to 107. Rebound there for the Hawks. And now here is Mark Jackson passing it to Willis. To Ralph Sampson. No, that pass didn't go anywhere. There's a missed 3 for the Celtics. Robert Parrish gets the dunk. 2-point game. Cook to Marshall Lonis for 3. That won't fall. Parrish gets the tip in. Tied at 111. Rolando Blackman going to pull up for the J. It's no good. Kevin McHale with the rebound. Less than 30 seconds left to go. Marshall Lonis to Cook. 113, 111. Mark Jackson. Stolen pass. Foul. Robert Parrish will make that free throw. And the final score will be 117 to 111. Celtics beat the Hawks. The Hawks came out, they had a lead there for a little bit, but the Celtics prevail, as they usually do. Parrish at 24, Larry Bird at 21, Kevin McHale at 16. You know, I was going to record the All-Star break right after this video. I don't have the energy. I can't do 2 videos in one day. I just can't do it, guys. I don't have the energy for this, you know? I know your reaction might be, well, why don't you just make shorter videos? But the no, I don't want to. I just, you know? Because we got to watch Knicks versus Bulls. Sleepy Floyd misses that shot. Bart Kofod gets the putback. Michael Jordan against Bart Kofod. Come on, Michael. Missed the shot, though. King to Ewing. And Ewing is going to make the basket there. And that game is already over. 92-85 is the score there. That was definitely worth watching. 24 points for Michael Jordan. Pippen with 15. Pinckney with 12. Eddie Johnson with 10. Patrick Ewing with 26 and 14. And, yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, any Bulls footage we can get, any Knicks footage we can get, we got to add it to this video. Because why not, you know? I think this might be the last game of the video, though. I think we made it to the end. So here we go. Pistons versus Bullets. Terry Teagle at the free throw line makes that free throw. 84-81. John Stockton passing it to Jeff Malone. 84-83 now is the score. Isaiah Thomas with the jumper is no good. Bill Laimbeer, though, gets the putback. 86-83. Jeff Malone misses that finger roll, looked like. And the Pistons end up getting the ball back. Teagle to Thomas to English. Makes the shot. 5-point game. Cliff Robinson to Jeff Malone. I think he stepped out of bounds. Pistons ball. Isaiah can't get the layup to fall, but Rick Mahorn gets the putback. Isaiah Thomas makes that shot. 92-83. Pistons are pulling away. Rick Mahorn to Ron Harper. He's driving against Jeff Malone. Misses the shot. Rulon with the rebound. Do the Bullets have anything left in the chamber? Malone with the baseline jumper. They gotta get a quick stop, though. And that might be what they needed. Quick 3. Let's do it. Come on, guys. You don't have all the time in the world. A 2 is not going to get you anything. Cliff Robinson, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if he made the shot, it wouldn't have mattered, damn it. Oh, boy. The Pistons are going to dribble this one out. The Pistons look good. The Pistons look good. They looked good last season, and they lost in the finals. But I think that extra piece, Alex English, gives them enough of an edge that they really look like they can go all the way and then some. So, impressive win for the Pistons. The Bullets, meanwhile, this team feels like they're stagnating. Feels like the Bullets have reached a plateau. whereas the Pistons are still climbing. So, something to note. Yeah, look at the standings. 31-10, the Pistons are. The Knicks are 32-12, Hawks 29-12, Bulls 28-16, Sixers 27-15, Celtics settling in at the 6th seed right now, 27-17, and the Bullets 24-19, 5 games over 500. They're 5 games over 500, but they're just not looking all that impressive. I mean, they were the 1 seed last season. They won 61 games, and they have the same crew, same cast of characters. It's just not. They're not playing as strong as they were playing the last few seasons. So, something to monitor. Cavaliers, meanwhile, also are struggling, but they have the 8th spot right now. The Pacers, I don't know anymore. But the Pacers, I've made some big changes to their roster, and they're still kind of struggling. Bucks and Nets also doing pretty poorly. The Nets look like they're going to be back in the lottery, and the Bucks are tanking. So, yeah, that is the Eastern Conference. Let's check out the Western Conference if I can. There we go. Mavericks look like they're running away with the 1 seed now. Lakers are 2.5 games back. The Blazers are 4.5 games back. Here's the rest. Clippers are 25-20. Jazz are 22-20. The Spurs, the Kings are at 500. The Suns, they've really fallen, 21-23. Sonics at 20-22. Nuggets at 21-24. Rockets at 20-23. I mean, from seeds 4 to 11, it's tight. I mean, it's within 4 games of each other. And even the Warriors they're pretty much out of it at this point. Hornets and Wolves, of course, are tanking. They're just they're tanking because they're expansion teams. But everyone else, except maybe the Warriors, everyone else has a chance to make the playoffs in the West. It's pretty wild. And that is going to be the subject of the next video, the playoff race. Usually, when I wrap up the season, you get a couple highlights, we check out the standings, and yada yada yada. This is going to have more energy. We're gonna go fast. We're gonna blaze through the rest of the season at a breakneck pace, while checking on the standings from time to time, to see where everyone ends up falling in the standings. So that's not the next episode. That's the episode after the All-Star break. So we got the All-Star break, which is, going to be fun. And then we got the playoff race to the death or something. So that is something to look forward to. Let's check out the awards races. Magic Johnson looking like the MVP frontrunner. And I don't have time to get into much else. Award race wise, because this episode is over. So thank you very much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you next time. All-Star break is next. Talk to you then.